So it's really hard to get Angela Anaconda DVDs in the United States, and according to its Wikipedia, the series has not had a full DVD release. However, there's this really cool behind-the-scenes featurette that was on YouTube, and I'm going to talk about it.
Hi everyone, it's me, Angela Anaconda. Ever since I became a famous kid, people have been asking me how I was made, and why everything in my world looks so unique. So I am going to tell you all about it.
Shocked and oh God!
I'm also going to cut in and out with some bonuses here and there, because I got permission to share a little bit from the animation and the voice acting side of things. Some of the information I'm using in this video is public and very easy to access. Other information I do have permission to share.
They found a model, then they did a big photo session where they took pictures from all sides. She had to do all kinds of silly faces, even stick out her tongue. The hardest thing she had to do was make all the sounds of the English language. Each individual sound is called a phoneme. I have 33 mouth positions that represent all of the phonemes that make up words. Now this is more like it, playing tetherball and having fun, and not having to think about mathematics.
You can actually find a list of credited face models in the credits of every episode, and I was lucky enough to learn that the face models were not a continuous part of the production. They were in the studio one day, making all the faces, expressions, and sounds in the English language. And Angela Anaconda in particular, her model's name is Jasmine Ellis. I found this on a public website, so I'm pretty sure this is okay to share. But this is what she looks like now. Pretty cool to see the resemblance, right? Meanwhile, Nanette's face model, Ruby Gillette, is still a model and actress, and you can find her work online.
Now the people who make Angela Anaconda make me talk by matching up my 33 mouth positions to the sounds and the words that they want me to say. My design team used a cool software called Elastic Reality to change the model's face into mine.
Fun fact, you actually can't get Elastic Reality software anymore because it was discontinued in 1999. So that makes Angela Anaconda's style particularly unique and one of the only shows to use this particular technology.
My animation team even developed a whole new process to create me and my world. They call it 2.5D animation. That means I am flat on all sides, but I can still turn around, like this.
The show was designed and boarded as if it were a 2D show, but it was animated as if it were a 3D show, which is probably where the 2.5D comes in.
So now that they have finished making the star of the show, that's me. My art department started creating all the things that exist in my world, like my house and my school and my clothes. Even a cinnamon swirl for my best friend, Gina Lash. Friend that is true.
On the design end of things, all the characters in the show were photos of actual people from the studio. The character designers would snap pictures of coworkers and then manipulate them in Photoshop, cutting up pieces for the mouth, creating mouth shapes, and get them ready for animation. The show, although a 2D show, was animated in 3D software, Houdini.
After they finished making me, my friends, and my entire world, we are ready to make a show all about me, Angela Anaconda. Once the writers are finished writing the script, the actors who play everyone on the show go into a studio to record the words.
There she is! Oh my god! So here are the four friends in the studio together. One thing I'd like to point out is that the characters of Gina Lash, Johnny Abadi, and Nanette Memoir were all voiced by real kids, the actors of whom often worked together on different shows growing up. Angela Anaconda was voiced by co-creator c.o.r.e, and everybody else was done by a character actor.
Lines A1 to 21, this will be take 2.
There is even someone who does my voice. Her name is Sue Rose. Sue has had a lot to do with my success in a lot of different ways. She's the best. On account of without her, I wouldn't be able to even speak. Brinks' backyard if there's a big overgrown hedge blocking the Brinks' backyard.
She's also the creator of Pepper Ann. She's also the creator of Unfabulous. c.o.r.e's had quite a prolific career and does not get enough credit for it.
That's no overgrown hedge. That's my topiary. It must be responding to the gorilla grow I feed it.
We need to put on our thinking caps and think of a plan.
One other person who I feel really should be mentioned is co-creator Joanna Ferrone, because she was directly responsible for the creation of Angela Anaconda, gave the show a lot of its personality, and handled a lot of responsibilities on the executive producing side. Joanna Ferrone was also responsible for a lot of Fido Dido. While Sue Rose did a lot of the artwork, Joanna Ferrone's skills included character personification, names, the credo, marketing, and business, and a little bit of design as well. She's also someone who does not get nearly enough credit for her work, and hopefully more and more people will recognize her role in both this show and with Fido Dido.
How about if I put on an apron from Mapperson's and pose as a delivery person?
Hey, let's tunnel in. I saw it in a prison movie once.
I can't breathe in confined spaces that are underground. Let me try that again.
You're probably wondering why the rest of the cast isn't featured in the behind-the-scenes video, and quite commonly within animation, voice actors will record at separate times, as was often the case here.
With all of that done, the next step is for a storyboard artist to take the script and draw little pictures to represent all of the scenes in the story. Starring Gliding Gordy. And you, Ninny Poo. Don't you look divine, Ninky Wink? The bee's naked knees, little Nin. These scenes are then given to the animators, who do what they call a rough blocking to show how the characters are going to move and interact in each scene.
While I haven't spoken to anybody who was involved in the storyboarding process, I do know that to get inspiration for the show, the design team would often go around and take pictures of their local area. Since the show was based off photographic references, oftentimes the design staff took their own.
And you, Ninny Poo. Don't you look divine, Ninky Wink? The bee's naked knees, little Nin. Too bad Gordy Reinhardt only knows one move.
I like to glide.
That's right, Gordy. And I guess Nanette likes to fly. My animators then finish their work. And when the pictures are all complete and everyone is happy with how the show looks, then we are ready for the music and sound effects. Well, it's the Nanette-scapades.
The production company used to make Angela Anaconda was c.o.r.e Digital Pictures, which is a Canadian-based company. Sadly, they shut down around 2010, but most of what they did was making VFX for early films such as the original X-Men. You might know some of their work from films like The Ant Bully and the Disney film The Wild. The other company that's credited is c.o.r.e, which merged with Halifax Films and became DHX.
Starring Gliding Gordy. And you, Ninny Poo. Don't you look divine, Ninky Wink? The bee's naked knees, little Nin. Too bad Gordy Reinhardt only knows one move.
I like to glide.
That's right, Gordy. And I guess Nanette likes to fly. Watch out, little Nin. That ice sure is slippery. Perhaps my dad's ice begon is just what you need. Don't look now, Niminy Piminy. But the salt just melted a giant hole right through the ice. So that's my story of how I got made.
And I hope you found this just as fascinating as I did.
See you later when you see me.
Or as I like to say, see you in my revenge fantasies.